I welcome all of you.
The values of democracy, the rule of law, and respect for human rights are under assault around the world, warned United Nations Secretary-General Antonio Guterres on the second day of this year's Summit for Democracy in Washington.
The walls are closing in on civic spaces, constitutional rights are being curtailed, and civil liberties are being eroded. Freedom of expression is in free fall.
As Guterres called on countries to rebuild trust and tackle inequalities, U.S. President Joe Biden announced a boost to several programs that advance democracy.
We plan to add another $690 million for new funding for the presidential initiative over the next 2 years. And over the course of 3 years, my administration intends to work with Congress to commit $9.5 billion across all our efforts to advance democracy around the world.
Special attention will be put on technology that advances democratic governance, he said.
Early this week, I signed an executive order here in the United States to restrict U.S. government's use of commercial spyware that has been abused to target dissidents, activists, and journalists around the world, including in the United States.
Wednesday, Ukraine's Ministry of Defense released footage of soldiers test-driving German-supplied armored vehicles. While back at the Democracy Summit, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, who participated virtually, reminded the world why supporting his country against the Russian invasion was crucial.
Russia has been at war with all of you for a long time, with the democracies of the world. It fights via disinformation, election interference, espionage, corruption, exporting, cybercrime.
He called again for more weapons that could ensure Ukraine's victory this year. In Moscow, meanwhile, Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov met with his Iranian counterpart Hussein Amir Abdullahian to discuss mediation efforts by Tehran.
We discussed Ukraine. We support any initiative that will help stop the fighting.
While visiting Ukraine's Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant on Wednesday, International Atomic Energy Agency Chief Rafael Mariano Grossi also urged Kyiv and Moscow to ramp up talks. Veronica, Balderas, Iglesias, VOA News, Washington.